welcome to the Locals in the Loop podcast. We're here with Bec and Sienna to talk about their upcoming epic event, BEDROCK. Tell me a bit about the event. So where'd the name come from?
So originally I was chatting to my dad about it and he thought, okay, I've got an image that came to mind, and it was BEDROCK Minifest, right? And so he thought of the city in the Flintstones, which is called BEDROCK, right? And he thought rock is fundamentally like a kind of Stone Age genre, you know, 3 chords, and he thought, okay, so we're going to have Fred Flintstone jumping on like a bed, he's got a club in his hand, he's about to smash the guitar, and then you had like the dinosaur in there too, and so yeah, that's where BEDROCK came from.
Right, awesome.
We also like to play on the words with bed and rock, like kind of a little bit like let's wake you up with some rock.
Yeah, that's so cool. So you're bringing festivals back to life. And so which bands are playing? You got the poster there?
Yeah, we have the poster here. I'm stoked. Some of my favourite bands on the coast. So we have Pity Vincent. They put on an epic show. They've got a new lead singer as well, so you'll find out who that is.
Is it like a surprise?
It is a surprise.
Oh, I keep
I don't
watching.
think they've announced it yet.
No, because I keep watching the reels. I'm like, who is it?
So yeah, Pity's going to be playing. We've got Nuffin Butta, who have just released their first single, and then we've got Catching Salmon. They put on a good show. We've got DJ Outlook. He is a reggae dub DJ. He'll be winding up the night. He won't be winding it down, but that'll be at the end. We have the Drop Beers. They're very political. I love what they do. They recently walked through Coles and Woolworths wearing shirts that said "Fuck Woolworths, fuck Coles," and their new song is called "The Cost of Living." So it's just a protest against the shit that's going down.
That's classic. What happened in that video? I didn't watch it.
Oh, they paced through the shops and they were just like pointing out different products and saying, "We can't afford this. What do you expect?" You know.
Did anyone do anything?
I'm not sure about
I
their
don't think
response.
so.
We'd have to chat to them.
They recorded it, they got it
They should
on.
just do it more.
Yeah, for sure.
They probably will.
Yeah, everyone should just start doing it.
Absolutely.
Or with like an Audi shirt on.
Yeah.
I can only afford Audi.
And we've also got the Lipsticks. So the Lipsticks are a beautiful trio, I believe, and they're playing around with like psychedelic rock, really into them. And we've got Isaiah Hing. So Isaiah used to be the lead singer in Pity Vincent, so he'll be opening up the day with like a solo acoustic set as well.
How did you choose the bands? Are they just your faves?
Yeah,
No
well,
offense to the other bands.
no, so we don't pick favourites, we pick vibes. So we like to go and watch people, we like to kind of see what they are personally as well as musically, and just how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
What's the crowd feeling? We're pretty big on expression.
Yeah.
So if a band can help people to get up, facilitate their expression, and they're moving through a certain energy, and that's something that we like to look at.
Yeah, cool. And then, so it's at Yandina Starlight Hall.
Yeah, it's a beautiful outdoor hall. It's 6 kilometres out of the town in Yandina. It's an open hall, so yeah, it's got no walls. There's going to be fires there. It's maybe a surprise performance by Galactic Zoo. They're travelling from New South Wales. I think there's 4 or 5 of them, and they're going to be doing fire-twirling.
Is that maybe a surprise performance, or they are?
They are. And
I hope they're not a surprise because they're on the bill.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll be there. And we also have Paco's Tacos, so he will be providing traditional Mexican for our tacos.
We tried it ourselves.
Yeah, I love tacos. So it's from 3 o'clock in the Arvo, and it's a full camp out festival.
Yeah, so there's overnight parking that's included in the tickets. We had first release tickets running from $30 up until yesterday, and now we've just amped it up by $5. So second release are $35. They're available now. And what else? Yeah, overnight parking is included in that.
It's super cheap. I love that you've kept it affordable.
Yeah, it's a big one for us.
Yeah.
Because it's dying so much, all these live events. We wanted to find the best way to make sure that musicians get paid, and everyone else that's contributing, as well as allowing people to come and freely use and express themselves through music. Obviously, we'd love to be paying people way more because we feel like people are worth way more than what we can afford, but we'll build it up.
Yeah, exactly. So is this you've done events before, have you? Is this your first joint venture?
It is. We're combining forces. You know, I met Bec at a poetry slam. Actually, she was doing tickets on the door, and I instantly was like, I want to know this person. She's brilliant, and so she's like the order to my chaos. You know, she loves her structure, loves her pre-planning. Yeah, she's brilliant. So
You need that balance between the admin structure and then the creativity.
But she's got that too, man. Like, we both play music, we both write. She's been focusing more on her music, and so then coming together, it's been
What do you play?
Yeah, I sing and I play guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the order's been a funny one to integrate, hey, because naturally I'm quite chaotic in here,
Yeah.
so it's a necessity.
Yeah.
But it's a necessity.
Organised madness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's cool. And do you play around the coast much?
I don't play at the moment. I'm really focused on creating, building up. It's been a really big journey for me for the last 5 years, and I've only just started getting back into it in the last 6 months. So I'm building it up, just playing music with people that I enjoy playing
Just
music
jamming.
with and creating. And
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys jam together?
not as much as we'd like to. Not yet. We've been pretty focused on this.
Yeah. So you turn this around super quick. Why the short lead up?
To this event. So initially we wanted to hold it at somebody's property, you know, like we can have overnight camping and more freedom if it's at somebody's private land, you know, because with liquor licensing cracking down and all of that, it's really hard to just have music at a volume where we can enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we had, I think we've gone through 2 or 3 locations, and people pulled out just due to like council concerns or due to lack of parking, and then angry neighbours. And so usually we like to promote our events like 2 months in advance, you know, but we had to push it back due to a lack of location. So,
Okay.
yeah, that was definitely a challenge.
Would you have 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, man.
My heart's like.
Our hearts were like, every day was like, oh, we're gonna get this pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing it.
Here we are.
It'll be a miracle if we pull it off, and I believe
Nah,
we
it
will.
happened. $30 bargain, $35 bargain.
And that includes like BYO, you know, you save so much money, you bring your own drinks,
Yeah.
come and enjoy a whole festival, you know.
Yeah. I'm really excited for it. I love all the bands. And then, what's your goal with? Do you have a business name yet? Early days.
It's in the making. We've come up with a few different ones, but nothing has been like, that's it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
We're gonna be back in a year, you'll have this huge event company.
Yeah, that's the idea, hey.
Yeah.
Always, I guess the goal is to provide people with a space, like what we discussed before, to just have access to music, which we feel is everyone's right to either come and listen, to be able to play as cheaply as possible, because the cost of living is just ridiculous at the moment and everyone's smashed by it.
Yeah.
So naturally it's been a progression that people haven't been able to access it unless it's on their phones.
Yeah.
And what happens when everyone's just accessing it on their phones is that the people that are creating and want to perform it slowly start to dwindle, and then there's no new music coming through. So
Exactly.
we want to
They need a space to reignite the passion for
get it out,
live music.
connect.
Yeah.
We're all about original music as well, you know, like I've been saying to a lot of people that we're not going to get the next Jim Morrison or Freddie Mercury or any of those well-known artists if we keep playing the same cover songs, you know, but that's what people like to hear because it's comfortable, and so we really want to encourage and celebrate original music.
It's so good too. I even introduced a few of my friends to Nuffin Butta and at Soul Bar, and they were just like, "This is amazing!" I know.
Yeah,
Stream on Spotify.
There's so much new wisdom coming through. Everyone's making really different talent with their voices. So we're never going to get that recycling of that new if we don't get it out there.
I love the whole local fest camping. That for me, that's better than any other big festival. No offense, Pineapple, but I like more of a chilled vibe, nice people. You said there's gonna be fires?
Yeah, there will be. There will be.
Fire twirling. Got to bring the fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fire talks.
Yeah.
Everyone can just so it's kicks off at 3 until.
So gates are opening at 3. We encourage people to come early, you know, don't miss out on the acts. They're wonderful. They've made an effort to come. And it'll go till 12. And then hang out, chat.
Yeah. So everyone just bring instruments to jam.
Yeah. Please, that's encouraged.
Do you have to be quiet by any time?
Well, I mean, after 12 o'clock, we can just unplug and go acoustic.
Yeah.
You know, people can be as loud as they want then, really. It shouldn't travel that much.
Yeah.
Not as loud as... Probably not as loud as we want. There are people around, but after 12, if we're acoustic, there shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah. Have they held events like that at Starlight before?
They have, yeah. I went to one last year, and that's what inspired me to hold one there. I think it was like a reggae dub kind of night, and
that's cool.
it was really fun. Yeah, it's a beautiful space, you know, surrounded by trees. There's actually a creek that goes through as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bring your
outside.
swimmers.
It's fully outside. It's just, you've seen the hall?
Nah.
No, so it's just like a whole roof and it's fully wallless. So yeah, that's the other idea, is we really love the idea of keeping this music kind of stuff outside and having access to nature. And
I mean, may as well, like, being on the coast. Got the weather for it.
yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So bring swimmers. Can you swim?
We haven't discussed
That's
that.
the formalities of the creek. I say to Sienna, nature's nature. So if you're willing to take the risk, jump in.
Is it deep?
We haven't jumped in yet, babe.
I've swum in like a little water hole there, and yeah, it's genuinely deep. I would encourage people to swim the day before. Sorry, the day after.
The creek itself, where it's close to, it doesn't look super deep. It looks like it's kind of rocky. You know how like the creek beds go. But yeah, enter our own risk.
Yeah, we're not covering that insurance. Oh, so then where would your next event be? Would it be there again?
Yeah, so we're discussing the next event. We're definitely looking at a bunch of different locations. We've got some really, really cool mates within Levi Bandera and his partner Riley, who have been kind enough to lend us their space in Coolum, Studio Social it's called. So we might push it back a little bit, give ourselves a bit more time like we didn't do for this one. But yeah, that's a really cool space. It's in the industrial estate in Coolum, just off the Andina roundabout.
It's right next to the space between. So where they
I don't know where any of these.
Oh, you got it.
It's tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really cool.
I'm going there for Nick's fundraiser. When is that?
Cool. That is Friday. I think.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
6
Day
o'clock.
before.
Yeah, so that's for being human.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Jam-packed weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. And then, would you like ultimate goal to buy monthly?
Yeah, I would love to do 2 a month if possible.
2 a month.
Yeah, not in the next.
Did you mean every 2
Like
months?
every 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to make it more regular.
Every 2 weeks.
I would really love to do that eventually. I don't aim to do that by the end of this
You
year.
need a team for that one.
But by the end of next year, yeah.
Oh. I'll ask you next year. You'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, definitely. I'm learning that having more people involved, you know, volunteers, workers, people who are passionate about it, it really takes the stress off and the pressure, because you can sometimes wear too many hats, as you would know, and then things don't get done to the standard that you want them to. But I'm realizing we can lean on our community.
Yeah.
You know.
Ideally, as well, within that, I think when we talk about people being
Remunerated. Got
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not stressed.
Give me an English lesson, please.
No, I'm the worst.
For their time, you kind of get into that space where you're like, we need to do everything ourselves, because I don't want anyone feeling kind of lacking in an exchange. Everyone's time is super important and valuable. We've all got something to be doing to build ourselves up.
Yeah.
So we definitely have thought, you know, as we can build it up, it's always a process. We'd love to get a team on board, and we will, but just skating that line between bringing people in for help.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, it's lots of lessons to learn.
Sure. So many lessons.
If you are passionate about events, if you love live music, and if you want to keep live music a part of the Sunshine Coast, please do reach out to Bec and I. We'd love to meet you and just get chatting and find out if there's a place for you in our event business.
Would you do like different themed events?
Yeah.
So
We
what's
really-
after Bedrock?
Ooh.
The next, do we? Yeah.
Oh,
What do you
surprise.
think?
It's in the making.
Is it
It's in the
reggae?
making. We're thinking, yeah, we can
sprout little seeds.
Yeah, we're thinking of doing a kind of hip hop ska rock fusion.
Yeah.
Originally, we had started a multi-genre of like from folk to metal, because I'm just like a nutcase and I love it all. I'll just get down to it all. But we wanted to keep it a little bit more like niche. So I think it caters to the multi-genre whilst also.
Yeah, because no one likes one genre. But then I wouldn't personally go to a metal concert.
And that's the thing, like we want to have that contrast, but then you may come across people being like, oh, I love that, but then I hated that, so they leave.
Yeah.
But that's also a really great thing, I think, is that people get the opportunity to come and figure out, I really liked that, which I thought I wouldn't like, and I fucking hated that, which I thought I did, and so then you get to go from that.
Well, it's like how festivals work now with the multi-stages.
For sure.
And then you just float.
Yeah.
Find some new ones.
You a big festival goer?
No. I don't like crowds. What's your guys' favourite festival that you've been to?
Oh, there's a beautiful one in Mackay called Winter Moon. I used to go when I was really little. There's like a creek that goes used to go tubing down that with my friend. There was a maypole too. There was like a slide. And as a kid, it was so much fun. It's a folk festival. It's really beautiful. They have like a chai tent, like a chai space that's where you go and eat.
Does it still exist?
It does, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Winter Moon Folk Festival. I think it's on in May.
And then what's yours?
I've been more of a concert goer. My favourite concert that I ever went to was Green Day Revolution Radio.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Fucking epic. It was in Brisbane, River Stage.
Yeah.
And that was I think that was 2017, but hands down favourite. I was like up at the front. I got Trey Cool sweat on me. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was epic.
Oh wow. That's so cool. That's such a contrast of your favourite festivals.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Oh, how does your like dynamic work when you're together? Do you just like?
You go ahead, mate.
Alright, so in the working part of our dynamic, when I organise things, it's very spontaneous. It's very like inspiration all at once. What's the word? Chaotically, like making it happen. Whereas I think Bec is like one step at a time. Let's focus on one thing. Da 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 da. And so we really balance each other out in that way. You know, she's like my grounding force when I can be up here, like, blah, blah. But in a friendship dynamic, you know, Bec's like my closest friend, and yeah, we're always there when it gets hard for each other. We crank the music up on the way to a gig to check out an artist, and then we can also have like deep and meaningfuls, and yeah, it's a really, really good dynamic.
Have you had any disagreements yet?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
But
But there's a good age gap between us that I think really helps. Sienna's a little bit younger, I'm a bit older, but there's no like superiority in that.
Yeah.
It's just that I've been through different experience, she's been through different experience, and so I'm constantly reminding myself of that.
Yeah.
And if there is any kind of issues, she kind of brings in that little bit more of that lighter side, and I think I can bring in that little bit more of that, what would you call it, not structure, but just a bit of a reality check.
Yeah,
sometimes.
for sure.
Because I can sit too far in that, and sometimes she's a little airy.
I was just like,
So I think it balances out. There's never been any screamer matches. That's not my MO.
that should be like your event name has to do something with like airy fairy and reality check.
How's it? She wanted to call it La Di Da.
That was the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La-di-da, or I like the name Daisy Chain because it has that contrast, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Bec came up with a few good ones as well.
Did I?
Yeah, so we had
I like
Constellation.
Daisy Chain.
The Constellation Nation is one because we're all made of stardust, you know, when we get down to it.
Yeah.
And so then it also
It's like the
comes
one
into the
thing that
networking,
unites us all.
you know? And then I really liked Phoenix Events, but I looked that up recently and I think there may be an event brand already
I was going to say
on the
that
coast
sounds familiar
called
to me.
Phoenix Events, and
Yeah.
I really like that because it's about rising from the ashes of like corruption in music and society and then freaking firing up. You know, we like to give it back events. It may exist already, but at first I thought, okay, we don't want to like, oh, we're a charity thing, give it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
but
a
Bec was
charity.
like, nah, give it back, like punch in the face. We're gonna show
I
you.
didn't say punch in the face. That's a little bit more of.
That'll be your like
That's like
tagline. Give it back, just a little slap.
I'm
Just a little face
a
slap.
physical pacifist, unless I'm attacked. So let's get that straight. I just meant give it back as in, you know, with the onslaught of like how music's gone.
Yeah.
We're not just kind of doing this for community and everything else we've discussed, which is
Maybe
the
we
main
bring it back.
point.
I like that.
Just giving it back.
Give it back reminds me of charity.
Yeah. That's
Bring it
kind of
back,
what we thought. I think as we build up and we keep working together, we'll find it.
Yeah, as our
Yeah.
vision is clearer, then it'll be like, that's it.
Yeah.
Things kind of like you get set on the mission and the vision, and then it just grows. So I think it would kind of limit things a little bit just to go, this is a name because this is what it means right now.
Yeah.
But we've only just started doing it together.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have a brand to
Yeah.
start with, but you can't force it.
Yeah.
If you
Like
have any ideas, flick them through
I
to
feel like
us.
that could be the recipe for disaster. Too many ideas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Locals in
yeah.
the loop took a while.
But it was what?
Took a while.
How long did that take?
Years. Yeah. Been at it for years. And then obviously doing everyone's like, that's too like tongue twisty.
Locals in the loop.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Locals in the loop. That's where it turns out.
Andy B has my looks in the loop.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, true. He's a chiller. His music's sick.
Yeah. I should get Andy. He would do this.
Oh, shout, Andy V, do you want to do our Come As You Are event?
Let's have the next one. Yeah, that's a good one. Is that a ska one?
It'll
That's
be
the
hip hop,
ska,
rap, a little bit of rock.
Yeah.
Because that would be perfect. I mean, he's the DMB and like
Yeah.
he does everything together, which is we heard it.
I haven't live.
What?
Not yet. No.
Yeah.
I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun dance music. And then, what would be like your 10-year goal for
10-year goal?
TBC? Or
I
TBC?
would love to be holding 3-day festivals by then,
Ooh.
in 10 years. Definitely.
Yeah. I think
Maybe like a week-long festival. I'd love to do that. Like, why not?
Life's a festival, just all year.
we've discussed a whole lot within that. Hey, we'd love to branch off into more of Australia and
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and
would you tour?
overseas. Absolutely. And also within that vision, we'd love to be able to find a way to start festivals that are kind of for youth, run by youth. Get them doing the work, get them learning the skills,
Yeah.
and have them kind of running it themselves with a few kind of more adult figures helping them out.
Like
Yeah.
a mentoring.
Yeah, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd love to, Bec has an idea for, purchasing a property, and
Yeah.
then getting a recording
That was
studio
always
on there.
my dream.
And if we have a recording studio, we can offer artists. We could also do competitions, or even scrap that and just encourage whoever wants to record a song. We have this space,
Yeah.
and
Just
get their
build
original
it.
music from things.
Have it there. Just come and use it. Ideally, community members go, I'm a producer, I'm just going to help this person for this day.
Yeah.
But, if you want to create, there should be more space for them to do so.
Yeah, that would be cool. Especially the Yandine area. There's so many nice spaces. I used to want to do retreats in this space.
Not for.
Actually women's retreats. And then would you ever combine different elements into the events?
I would
Art.
love to involve more art and
Yeah.
have somebody who's singing a song, say from behind the scenes. It's all dark. It's a night festival, and then you've got huge fire going. You've got fire twirlers, and then you may have a spotlight on a dancer, and combine art and dance and even live art. I really appreciate that.
I love
so
that.
if you had somebody painting while somebody's screaming, or a whole group of people painting, and then you see what mural they create.
Yeah. Just do a big wall and everyone comes up and does their element.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cool. Do you have would you ever want to get a known artist?
Yeah.
What a question. What's your
Ooh.
what artist would you get?
I'm really loving Declan McKenna's messaging at the moment. You heard Brazil.
No.
You would have heard it on. It's you saw the sun to show the courage.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Oh, your voice is nice.
Thanks. I hope so.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so he's got some really cool songs at the moment. But there's so many live musicians I'd love to get from all over the shop.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Brandy Carla. She's either Canadian or American. She's a folk singer who has, I've just watched her achieve her dreams, she's played with Dolly Parton, she's played with Joni Mitchell too, which was her idol. And so she's Americana, a little bit of folk, and I love her songwriting. So I would love to do an open air concert in the US when I move there eventually, and
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not going, mate.
Yeah.
I'll stay here.
You just be business partners and then, or you can just float through
I'll
the
go
seas.
visit.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Where in the States are you going?
I'd love to go to California for a little while
that
and
where your
explore
dad's
the West
from?
Coast. Yeah.
So Sienna's his dad is Jay Bishop, a artist who performs all over the coast. Is that where the inspiration came from for events? Because he was doing heaps.
Yeah, I think that, what's the word? Not directly, it wasn't oh, who's doing this, I'm going to do this. I just realised last year, when I graduated last year, and I just made it through grade 12, and I think the main reason I stayed was because at the Steiner School in Doonan, you have a year-long project, and so you choose whatever you want to do along with your subjects. You just chip away at the project and present it, and I thought, okay, what do I love doing? I love socialising, I love writing, and I love music. What am I going to do? I'll hold an event. And so then that kind of pulled me out of the funk I was in, the fog that I was in for 2 years, and it just reminded me of my roots and what I love and what I've grown up around. I used to be bounced around Fijian originals as a child, and I think that definitely had an impact and inspired me to do this.
So Jay did Fridge Originals. Did he have another one?
Yeah, he had Sound Feast, which was at the J for a little while there, and he also had Planet Bliss, which was there as well.
And why did he stop doing it? Well, obviously COVID.
Oh man, I don't think it was affordable.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially in Australia, it's hard.
Isn't that every answer to every question these days? Why just stop doing that? Money
Yeah.
doing that.
Love when he feeds me so much. I think it's Australia. Like it's cheaper to run festivals in the States.
Is it?
Oh
that's
yeah,
good to know.
everything's cheaper. Salary's cheaper.
Yeah.
Hire's cheaper. Everything's there. You've got to ship everything out of here.
How does that impact everyone that works for it though? Like, is it in proportion to the big
Yeah.
for them?
Yeah, it's cheaper. And then if you can't pay your mortgage over there, you just get up and leave. Here you get like blacklisted. I think it's really easy to be bankrupt over there. Not that that's something to aim for.
You mean easy to get bankrupt to not be taken down by
You
it?
can just you can just start again. Here, I think you can't. They make it a bit harder.
Like, just go to America.
Yeah,
Just live your dreams out. You get fucked.
just get a loan, just go burn through it all and get another loan. Just keep doing it. Just Wolf of Wall Street's off the boat. That'll be cool, boat event.
Yeah.
Sienna was, yeah.
There's somebody, I forget her name, but she's in the pavilion. I think she has a Pilates studio and maybe yoga. But she's on top of the Cosmic Revolution, which is a new cafe in New Monday. It's lovely. There's cows and tonics. And so she owns a boat that goes along the Noosa River. And they recently just held, I forget the name of it, but they held an event there, like a 4-hour concert or so with a few local artists. That just goes up the river. And I thought it would be great to have live music on a boat, you know.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Because I've only got the Catalina. Really. That's big enough.
I do like, Bec and I both appreciate intimate listening spaces as well, you know, like
Yeah.
say you've got a folk artist who's really taking time with his songwriting, you know, to have everyone's full attention and ears, and yeah, I really appreciate that. But coming back to Bedrock, this one's going to be more get up there and groove, and yeah.
Yeah.
If you want.
If you want, you can sit back and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to expression, there's no right way to do it.
Nah, dancing's the way to go. Stop winning.
It's funny, sometimes I'm at a gig and I'm sitting there and I'm really enjoying the music, right? And I have people come up to me and they're like, come on, get up and dance. I'm like, but you don't get it. I don't have to move my body
Yeah.
to feel. Like, my heart's moving when I hear somebody sing or play. Sometimes I groove along,
Yeah.
but it's a funny thing that happens. I'm like, I'm good, man. My spirit's inside just doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and that's excellent because I like to get up and dance like maniac.
Yeah.
She holds my bag and just makes sure that I'm good. Everyone's so different. Everyone's got something different to move through at different points in time, and that's the beauty in having so much access to different points of live music where people are there providing that. It's like therapy.
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
Yeah.
You're like the Mr. Bean, you know, when he gets on the roller coaster and he's just like flat faced. That's your music. You're like, blank.
I really want to encourage all people on the coast
To get a ticket.
to get a ticket and to go out and support live music. It is crumbling. We see these festivals falling down, and everyone's glued to their screens. Everyone is shutting out the sun. They're in their rooms. They're depressed. You know, like, come out and meet people. Come out and listen to the art. You know, and be a part of that. You know, create the change you want to see, and that's what we are trying to do.
Look, it's not ideal ever to be in a space of feeling stagnant or anxious, so it's completely difficult to get out of that state, but that's why we strive so hard to create a community built on respect and love, so that when we are in these spaces of music, we know at least that while we're there, we're protected. So
Yeah.
come along.
It's
Dave
gonna
Grohl says
be
get off
so
your phone.
Who does?
No, I don't know if Dave Grohl has actually said that. That's just my assumption. I have a Dave Grohl thing in my car, like a little perfume.
Oh,
And
really?
he just silently judges me as I'm doing dumb shit.
Oh, classic. I see you.
Yeah, no, literally. His expression's like... so I'm always looking over just like, no, I'm sorry.
Oh. All right. See you Saturday.
Yeah, see you Saturday. Get your
Weather's
tickets.
pumping.
Invite your
BYO.
friends.
Not Friday. Not Sunday.
But Saturday. Spread the word. Spread the love. Keep
the
listening
love.
to live music.
Yeah.
All love.